महानुभावेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Thank you, Gauri. Thank you very much. Okay, so we did. So I go down to Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, so we can speak on this topic. We did a little bit of the Ramayana Trails in Sri Lanka. Everybody knows where Sri Lanka is, yes? Everybody knows the country India, yes? South of India is Sri Lanka, right? So Arvind, do you know who Ram is, who Lord Ram is? Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you know a little bit of Ramayana, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So last week we discussed how there are around 50 locations in Sri Lanka where we find the traces of Ramayana, where the things have happened, especially the two Khans in Ramayana, Sundar Kand and Yuddha Kand happened. Who can tell me what are the 7 Khans in Ramayana? Who can tell me that? Okay, let's see. Raghav, what can you tell me? What are the 7 sections in Ramayana? 7 Khans?
So there is Bal Khand, Ayodhya Khand, Kishkinda Khand, Sundar Khand, Uttar Khand, Yudh Khand. That's all.
You missed one, no?
Oh,
Aranya. Okay, got it.
Oh yeah, Aranya Khan. Sorry.
No, Aranya Khan. So Balkand is dealing with Ramji's Bal Leela, his childhood pastimes. Then comes Ayodhya Kand. When he's leaving Ayodhya, his marriage also happens, and then he leaves Ayodhya. Then comes Aranya Kand, where he's in the forest. Kishkinda Kand, where he meets the Sugriv. Then comes Sundar Kand, which is happening in Sri Lanka. And the Yuddha Kand, where the war happens, and then the Uttarakhand, the last part of Ramayana, where Mother Sita leaves, and then Lord Ram also goes back to his abode in Vaikuntha. So we discussed all this. So this is when he was exiled from the to the forest for 14 years, Lord Ram, along with Sita, Lakshman, they traveled for these many places to the south of India, and then they went to Lanka, right? We discussed about the Sita Elia place, and some people who have not heard, there is a recording. Do hear the recording. So of Sita Elia place, this is the place where the Hanumanji met Mother Sita, right? And do look at the recording, right? So we discussed this is the place where Mother Sita bathed before meeting Ramji. This is the place where Hanumanji met Mother Sita under the Shishupra tree, right? This is the Ashok Vatika in the background, right? So let me, okay, it's not moving. This is the holy footprint of Hanumanji, right? His footprint is giant, right? Right? So Arvind, your footprint is how big? Is this big, or how big is your footprint? What the footprint is?
Showing your camera, it's this big.
It's this big.
And Hanumanji is ginormous. His footprint is huge. Yes, Arav, you have a question?
Is the footprint like more than 10 feet?
Yeah, it's more than 10 feet. So we spoke about Ram Setu, right? This is the bridge which the Vanaras created, which the monkeys created to cross the ocean, right? We discussed about that. And then we discussed—
This is underwater, right?
Yes, right now it's underwater. Yes, right now it's underwater. Then we discussed about the Rambodha and Ravanbodha hills. These are the places. Rambodha is the place where the armies of Lord Ram were based, right? And Ravanbodha is the hill where the army of Ravan was based out of. So it's a beautiful temple. This is the view from the temple. But if I see this a beautiful temple with the 18 feet deity of Lord Hanuman, right? 18 feet deity of Lord Hanuman. Very nice deity. Then we discussed about the Sanjeevani herb hill in Gaul, in Sri Lanka. So when Hanumanji was taking the mountain, right, and coming back to Sri Lanka, some of the herbs fell at 5 different places. One of these places is in Gaul, and there's a beautiful there is a beautiful Vigraha deity of Hanumanji in Gaul. So, and then we saw on the south scenic view south of Sri Lanka from this place. Sashra Ashrita, were you there in the last class? Yes, okay. So you heard all this, right? Okay, and then we heard about this temple, very spiritual temple, Gayatri Peedam, where a lot of different things happen, right? So Meghanath, who is the son of Ravan, he because of his austerities, Lord Vishnu, Mahesh, and Brahmaji came to this place. This is the place, only temple in Sri Lanka where Mother Gayatri is being worshipped. This is the place where Meghanath wanted to do the worship of Nikumbala Devi so that he can be victorious in the war against Ram. This is also the place where they have 108 Shivalingas, right? So we discussed this Shivalinga. Okay, let me stop, pause. Let me share sound, otherwise you'll not be able to hear. Right, we 108 Shivalingas. Yes, we saw that. And these are not man-made. These are from a river in India, Narmada River. They manifested themselves. This is a Swambhu. They came out of the earth. Okay, so we discussed that. Then we discussed very important place where Mother Sita did Agni Pariksha. Agni Pariksha is trial by fire, right? So that she proved that is chaste, she is pure by jumping into the fire, right? So this place, again, very nice. This is Hanumanji outside, and this is the place. Yes, Arav, you have a question?
When you said that Hanuman's mom went in the fire, so
Not Hanuman's mom.
yeah, I actually was watching a series of Hanuman's childhood, and I saw that part. She was walking on burning coal.
Yes. Yes, that is true. Okay. And now we will start with Vibhishan's palace. Who knows who is Vibhishan? Okay, let's see. Let's see who is Vibhishan.
Brother,
Yes, Pearl. Yes, who is Vibhishan?
Ravan's brother.
Ravan's brother. Somebody can add to it. Raghav, you want to add to it?
So he was one of Raman's brother, yeah. He was actually a good guy and he didn't want to be a demon like his brother. He was pretty good.
Yes,
He
very
helped Ram
nice.
later.
Very nice. Meera? You want to say something, Meera?
He helped Ram.
He helped
With the
Ram.
war.
Yes, yes, he helped Ram in the war. Okay, so let's look at this story first, and then we will go into this temple of Vibhishan's palace. So, you know, Brahmaji had many sons. Everybody knows who is Lord Brahma. Yes, he's a creator of the universe. Lord Brahmaji is one of the sons' name is Pulatsya. What is his name? Pulatsya. And Pulatsya had another son whose name is, I forget the name. I forget the name. Do you remember, Ishan? Pulatsya, Ravan's father's name?
I have no idea.
You know, I have no idea. It'll come to me. Okay, so Pulatsya had another son, and then that son married Kaikasi, and they had Ravan as one of the sons, Vibhishan. The second son was Kumbhakarn, third son was Vibhishan, and the daughter's name was, yes, Arvind, you know the daughter's name?
Say,
Oh,
do you know the daughter's name?
Mother Sita.
Surpanaka.
Shurpankha. Yeah, Shurpankha.
Do that.
Right. So these were the and Ravan's actual name was Dashagriva. What does Dashagriva mean?
Can I make a guess? Can I make a guess?
Yes, Ishan.
Okay, Dasha means 10, I think. So Dashagriva means 10 head.
Yes.
Yay!
10 heads.
I get
Griva
it.
is neck, 10 necks.
Oh, well, I basically got it.
So he had 10 heads, 20 arms, Dashagriva. And how he got his name Ravan was once he was flying in his Pushpak Viman. You guys know what is Pushpak Viman? Yes, Ashrita Shahasra?
No. Was he born with 10 heads?
Yes, he was born with 10 heads. Yes. You might be thinking, how is this possible? Sometimes you find kids with 6 fingers, some even like twins with just one body, 2 heads. So it's possible.
Or like 6 toes.
6 toes, yes. So one time Ravan was flying on his Pushpak Viman. Pushpak Viman is basically a aeroplane which runs based on what you think on your mind. The mind says, okay, I want to fly to India. It'll fly from Miami to India, right? Pushpak Viman was like that. So it was flying through and then it Kailash, Kailash was in the middle. It came through to Kailash and it stopped. Kailash, everybody knows what is Kailash? Kailash is the place where Lord Shiva and Parvati, Mother Parvati resides. Yes, Raghav, you have a question? You have a question?
Yeah, so when I'll ask later on.
Okay. So Mother, this his plane Pushpak Viman stops and he was like, what is going on? And there he sees Nandi. Nandi is the bull of Lord Shiva, right? And Nandi, he changes into a different creature with a monkey head and he tries to stop him. And Ravan or Dashagriva there says, okay, who are you to stop me? This is, I want to cross over Kailash. I will, you cannot stop me. Then Nandi chastises him. No, I cannot let you go through Kailash. And Ravan makes fun of Nandi, the bull, and says, you look like a monkey. You're a monkey. And then Nandi curses him. You will be killed by an army of monkeys. The army of monkeys will bring about your destruction, right? And that's what happened. The army of monkeys, along with Lord Ram, brought about the destruction of Ravan and all his dynasty. So then he says, okay, you're not letting me cross Kailash. I will lift Kailash up. With his 20 arms, he started lifting Kailash up. It's a mountain. So he's lifting Kailash up. So Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati are on Kailash, and Mother Parvati is getting scared. What is going on? The whole mountain was trembling, and she was scared. And then Lord Shiva was, don't worry, Parvati. He puts his foot down. With one of his toes, he pushes Kailash. And Ravan is feeling the pain that he cannot lift any longer, right? Do you have an experience where something fell on your hand and you cannot lift your hand? Has anybody had that experience where something fell on your hand, which is heavy?
Yeah.
Right? This is what.
I was on a bar and I flipped over and I hit my arm.
Yeah.
And I could barely put my arm up.
Yes, you could barely put your arm. That's what Ravan was feeling, in a lot of pain, that the whole mountain is crushing his arms. And then with his mountains, with his arms, he started making music, right? Like Veena. With his fingers, he was doing it, and with his veins, he was making music and glorifying Lord Shiva. Because he's a devotee of Lord Shiva, he started glorifying, and he was crying in tears because there was so much pain. That's where he got his name, Ravan. That's the meaning, was crying because of the pain, Ravan. That's how he got this name, Ravan. So his Ravan, okay, right. No more chatting on that. Let me stop chatting. Okay, people will not chat. Let me do this.
That was their Simba. I didn't do anything. I just said oof.
So Ravan, this is how
You said one point.
his childhood. Ravan also meditated, did so much austerities, and he got a boon that he will not be killed by demigods or devatas. He'll not be killed by the weapons. He will not be killed by the demigods. He'll not be killed by many different people. But he forgot to ask the benediction, saying either monkeys or humans. He thought these are very low people.
Wait.
Human, right? And Ishan, yes.
Wasn't it animals, not just monkeys?
Yes. But no, specifically it was monkeys.
Wait,
Didn't know that.
so it was mostly monkeys, but what about the boars? Weren't boars there too?
No. You
Wait,
have a question, Arvin?
Okay.
No? Narsimadev, again, let's not distract others by you're changing your wallpaper or this thing. So Vibhishan, Kumbhakaran, he wanted to ask something else. He wanted to become powerful. But what happened was Nidra Devi, or the goddess of sleep, entered on his tongue, and he asked, I want to sleep a lot. He asked that benediction from Brahmaji, and he used to sleep for 6 months, wake up for 1 week, and then again sleep for 6 months. So Kumbhakarna, the second guy, the second brother, got this benediction. Yes, Raghav.
Wasn't it sleep for 6 months and wake up for 1 day?
1 day, probably.
That's
Yes.
what I thought too, yeah.
Yeah, because that's something I don't get.
And then
You can ask.
you can ask. You have a question, Arvin?
Does Rama use his bow and arrow to fight the king like Ravana?
Ram, yes. Ram and Ravana, yes, use their bows and arrows to fight with each other. Yes. Yes, that is true. And then Vibhishan, he did austerities, and he asked for a benediction that he always follow the path of dharma, always the path of good deeds, and always remember. Yes, Raghav.
Are we gonna have a book at today?
No look at today, but we will go through this
Bruh.
beautiful PowerPoints. Let's go through. So Vibhishan got that benediction that he will always stay on the path of dharma. So these three brothers grew up nicely. Ravan conquered his stepbrother. Who was his stepbrother? Does anybody know? Who was Ravan's stepbrother? Okay, let's see, Adhav.
I don't know, but
He said
Vibhishan.
Kubera.
Kubera was his stepbrother. Kubera had a lot of wealth, and he was the king of Lanka then. So Ravan defeated him, and Ravan scared him away, and he took over Sri Lanka. That city has, that whole country has a lot of gold, had a lot of gold. He became the king of Lanka, and he got the Pushpak Viman from that, right? So let's go back let's go forward in the story. Hanumanji, we heard about the story of Hanumanji in Sundarkand, where Hanumanji comes and burns the whole of Lanka. After that, Ravan called the assembly of his ministers and says, what really happened? What do you guys think? So all his ministers said, see, we were not prepared. You are a king, Ravan. You are the greatest king in the world. Even your son has defeated Indra, the king of the demigods. It was just we were not prepared. Next time he comes, we'll kill him. You should not give up Sita. Everybody, all the different ministers are saying, Ravan, you are great. What you did is right. We are with you. If Ram wants to have a war, we will fight with you. Even the war is not needed. I alone, the demon used to say, I'm alone to kill Ram. A lot of these demon ministers were saying, we are all powerful. We can win this war over Ram. You should not give up Sita. There was only one person. Yes, Raghav, you have a question.
So didn't even so when I was reading my book, it said that when they got ready for taking down Lanka, they didn't take the whole army of Varnas. They only took like a quarter of them, and they still won.
I don't think so. You have to read the Ramayana carefully. The whole army, that's what I've read, but we have to check that.
Okay, because that's what I saw. Like,
We would have to check and
okay.
get your book so I can see that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Then, so there was only one person, Vibhishan, who stands up to his brother and says, you, brother, I humbly request you. It's not a good deed what you've done. Mother Sita is the wife of Lord Ram. She's the wife of Ram. It's not good that you have kidnapped her. If you don't want the destruction of your dynasty, please return back Mother Sita to Ram. So Ravan started thinking. He did not say anything. The assembly was dismissed. Then the next day, Vibhishan in the morning goes to Ravan's chambers. Yes, Araghav, you have another question?
I got it. I mean, like, yeah, I got it. So over here it says, but I set fire. So, first.
Okay, Raghav, we will discuss the question later, right?
Okay.
Let's go with the story. So, Vibhishan goes again to Ravan's chambers. Now, this is assembly. This is private conversation with Ravan and Vibhishan. And Vibhishan says, please consider what I told you yesterday. You should let Mother Sita respectfully return it back to Lord Ram. He doesn't react much. Then the next afternoon, the assembly happens. And for the third time, he says, I'm your brother. I want the best for you. I don't want the destruction of our dynasty. Please return Mother Sita to Lord Ram. You saw one servant of theirs, Hanumanji, burnt most of Lanka. Now you think there are so many monkeys who are powerful. There are bears in their army. And Lord Ram has defeated your 14,000 soldiers in Janastan and killed Khara and Dushan, your cousin brothers. So please listen to my advice. And what does Ravan do? He kicks Vibhishan in the chest. He kicks Vibhishan in the chest and said, if you were not my brother, I would have killed you. And then Vibhishan says, now my advices are I'm not useful anymore. My brother is insulted me. It's not just the insult, it's just he's not listening. And I know that Lord Ram is God. I need to take his shelter. So he rises up, he flies in the air, right? The demons have mystical powers, along with his 4 ministers. He has 4 ministers from his childhood who were his friends, and they were also pious. They were good people. And Straight away, he starts flying to the ocean shore where Ram and his army is there. He doesn't even say goodbye to his wife. His wife is also pious. His name is, does anybody know Vibhishan's wife's name? Sarma. She will help Mother Sita during the time when she was in Ashokvan. And Vibhishan also has a daughter. Anybody knows the daughter, Vibhishan's daughter's name? The daughter's name, yes, Raghav, you know?
I don't think so. I think
She has
not.
three braids. I gave you a big clue.
Who wears 3 braids?
3 braids. Meera, you have 2 braids, right?
I have 1.
Oh, you have 1. She has 3. 3 jata. What is it?
What is
3
a
jata.
jata?
3 jata is a
Oh, I get it.
Trijata is the demoness who held Mother Sita during the time she was in Ashok Vatika. She was pacifying and she was telling that Ram is going to come. So she is the daughter of Vibhishan and Sarma. So Vibhishan goes to the ocean where Ram and his army are stationed. They're trying to figure out how to cross the ocean, right? And then Vibhishan, along with his 4 ministers, come there and they know the protocol because he's the brother and he's the servant of Lord Ram. He doesn't approach Ram directly. He sees Sugriva and the other monkeys. He calls on Sugriva. Sugriva, you're the friend of Lord Ram. Can you please ask Ram that Vibhishan, I'm the brother of Ravan, has come to take his shelter. I want to be under his shelter. I want to serve Lord Ram. So he knows the protocol that you do not directly approach the King Ram or the master. You're his servant. You go through his servants who are serving. Now, Sugriva thinks this guy is our enemy's brother. Why would he try to help Ram? So Sugriva goes to Ram and says, this Vibhishan guy has come. I don't think so. We should accept him. He's the brother of Ravan. He could be dangerous. He could have come as a spy and try to find out what we are trying to do. So Ram asked all the other monkeys, what is your opinion? What is your opinion? Everybody's skeptical. Everybody's thinking, no, we should not take Vibhishan. Doesn't seem like it's a good idea. So what would you have done if your enemies brother have come to your camp and said, we want to help you? Anybody has any thoughts? Yes, Gauri?
So, if I didn't know that he was good or something, I would not have let him come and help Ram. But like, if I knew that he's good and he can help, I would have taken help.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, Pearl.
I would have I'm not sure what they did, but I would have asked him a few questions or kind of taken a test to see what he thinks.
Very nice answer. Anybody else? What would you do if your enemy's relative or enemy's friend comes to you and say, I want to be friends with you? We should not have enemies in the first place, but yes, Raghav.
Well, I would say kind of the same thing. I would ask him questions. If he get them all correct, then I'll ask him
It's a math question, English questions.
yeah. And then I'm gonna ask. Then if he gets those correct, then I'm gonna ask him about the thing we're fighting about. And if he says all the answers about correct, then I'll let him in.
Okay. Good way of testing. Okay, you want smart kids to be your friends. Okay, all right. So then Ram asked Hanumanji, what do you think? Hanumanji says, from his body language, from his speech, everything seems that he's very sincere. I don't think so that you should not take him. He knows that you're the Lord. He's come for your shelter. You should take him. I could not sense any lies in his words.
Stop.
Right? He was not lying. Vibhishan was telling the truth. Then, yes, you want to say something, Arvind?
Um, I can't even think about that.
Okay, no worries. So then Ram says to all the monkeys there, if somebody says, I am yours, even one time with their heart, with full devotion, then I will protect that person forever. He says, if anybody says the words, Tava Asmi, I'm yours, then Lord Ram will give Abhedan, fearlessness to that person, right? When the lightning strikes or where there's big storm, do you guys feel scared? Like when there's too much rain and lightning,
Yeah.
you guys feel scared? Who do you run to?
You.
Okay, who's that? Oh, Meera runs to me.
I don't run. I just stand there.
Yeah. So
But I think of Krishna.
you think of Krishna. So
I
Lord
don't
Ram,
get scared,
uh-huh.
and I just stay there because I like the
You like the thunder. If you are scared, who do you go to? Say,
I'll go to my parents.
you go to your parents. Arvind, who do you go to?
Hanuman.
Hanuman, you go to Hanumanji?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Very nice. Raghav?
As you can see. Oh wait.
Oh, you go to Lord Krishna.
Wait, no, wait. One sec. So in my room, I have a picture of Hanuman.
Oh,
So when
yes.
thunder comes, I just don't get scared because
Okay,
I have
very
Hanuman
nice.
to protect me.
So Ramji is promising us, even everybody, if you just say Tava Asmi once with nicely, he will protect us. We need not be fearful. So every morning when you say Hare Krishna, go to your deities, Ram or Krishna, and say Tava Asmi. What will you say? Tava Asmi. I'm yours, Ram. I'm yours, Krishna. And Krishna will accept us. So you will never feel any fear in your heart. So Ram says, if Vibhishan is saying that he's coming under my shelter, it's my duty that I will provide him shelter. So he says to Lakshman, Lakshman, get the water from the ocean and anoint him the king of Lanka. Even though the war has not been fought, Ram has not won the war. Is saying, Lakshman, please make him the king of Lanka. Because Ram knows that he will win the war and he will make Vibhishan the king. So right then and there, Lakshmanji makes him the king of Lanka. Then the commentators who are commenting on Ramayana says, okay, now so you're giving Lanka to Vibhishan. So if Ravan comes before the war and he surrenders to you, what will you give to Ravan? Ram says, I will give Ayodhya to Ravan. If somebody is evil but is still surrendering to me, I will give. So he says, I will give Ayodhya to Ravan. So then the commentators then further ask, where will Bharat live now? Because you're giving Ayodhya to Ravan. And then Ram says, I will give Vaikuntha, the spiritual kingdom, to Bharat. Then they're asking, Ram, where will you live? Because you've given Lanka, you have given Ayodhya, you have given Vaikuntha. Where will you live? What does Ram say? Ram says, I will live in the hearts of my devotees.
Who was gonna say that?
Oh, you're going to say that. Sorry, Meera. Ram says that I will live in the hearts of my devotees. That is the beauty of surrender. Surrender in Sanskrit means Sharanagati. What is it? Sharanagati. Like my only shelter is Krishna, Radha Krishna. My only shelter is Sita Ram. So that is the beauty of surrender. There's 6 things in surrender. What first thing is? Do things which are favorable to Krishna consciousness. Do studies, but offer Krishna, I'm doing my study because I'm a student. I'm doing this for your pleasure, so that when I grow up, I can make money and do some service to you. Do all the things which your parents say because they know better what is good for you for Krishna consciousness. So do things which are favorable to Krishna consciousness. Don't do things which are not favorable to Krishna consciousness. Like fighting with each other. Is that good for Krishna consciousness? Would Krishna be pleased with if you're fighting with your friends? No. Don't do those things which are not good for Krishna consciousness. Then always think, I was saying, right, the example of the lightning and the thunder. Who do you go to? Always think, even if my parents are not there, who is always going to protect you? Krishna. Krishna is my protector. Even if your parents are not there, you always have Radha Krishna. You always have Sita Ram. So Sita Ram will protect you if you pray to them. Always in the morning or whenever you get time, at least once, go to your deities and say, Tava Asmi. So, third point of surrender is Krishna is my protector. Fourth point is Krishna is my maintainer. He will make sure that I have food, I have shelter, I have to do my work, but always depend on him. The fifth point is humility. What is humility? Does anybody know what is humility? Anybody know what is humility?
I'm not I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is when, let's just say you like you like let's just say you're a bully, and then you hit, you like punch people and then nobody knows.
No,
And
no, that's
sometimes
not. It's nothing with bullying or okay. Yes, Pearl.
I think it means doing good without expecting anything in return.
No. Humility means that you're not proud. You agree that everything you got is from Krishna's mercy. Right? Some people are proud that I studied so much that I'm a valedictorian. I am a great singer because I practiced so hard. But the opposite is humility. Yes, I practice, but because of Krishna's mercy, Krishna's grace, I can sing well. I can study well because Krishna has given me this. That's called humility, that you are humble, that you don't think that you are so great, but you're like a servant. You have to serve others. You have to serve Krishna. All your powers are coming from him. And the sixth point in Sharanagati is doing your like complete surrender. Like, I'm yours, Krishna. I will do whatever to please you. That is the lesson of Sharanagati. Vibhishan is the perfect example of Sharanagati. The whole of Ramayana is a lesson on Sharanagati. How do we surrender to God? Bhagavad Gita also says, the last 1866 verse says, Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam varja aham tvam papebhyo mokshiyashami masucha. Like he says, Lord Krishna says to Arjun, give up all religions, just surrender to me alone. All your fears will be gone, all your sins will be gone, do not fear. Bhagavad Gita is also a lesson on Sharanagati. Ramayana is a lesson on Sharanagati. Srimad Bhagavatam also teaches us Sharanagati. We have to surrender to God because He is the Supreme. We are His children. This is what is Vibhishan teaching us through this lesson of Sharanagati. Right? So everybody will learn this Sharanagati lesson that Krishna or Ram, Sita Ram, I'm yours. Yes, everybody will remember this. Everybody will say this. Tava Asmi. What will you say? Tava Asmi. I'm yours, Krishna. And Krishna will protect you.
I don't know what you're saying. Can we say it a little louder?
Okay, so everybody will say. So this is the lesson of, now let's go back to this palace which I saw, Vibhishan's palace in Ramayana, right? And this palace is beautiful, but is taken over by the Buddhists. So there are certain things still there. You see this picture here after the war, right? After the war was over, in this picture, here's Lakshmanji. Lakshmanji make crowning. Okay, my mouse is not crowning Vibhishan, and what his wife, Vibhishan's wife, is also sitting on the throne. Again, what is Vibhishan's wife's name? Sarma. Okay, now this is the temple. Let's see the temple. So that was Vibhishan Maharaj's temple. Right on the right hand side, there's Skanda or Murugan or Lord Shiva's son. On the left side is Vishnu, right? And there was a devotee who was singing the verses from Ramayana, which was praising Vibhishan, right? But most of the temple or most of the palace is actually occupied by Buddhists, and they've built stupas or temples like that. But we see they forgot this picture where it is there. The Sri Lankans don't worship Vibhishan as a god, or we don't also worship as a god. They worship, like, if you come to this temple and ask for Vibhishan, all your problems will be solved, right? So we discussed this. Then there are multiple Shiva temples in Sri Lanka, because Lord Ravan was a big devotee of Shiva. So they say that some of these temples were built by Ravan, or some of these Shivalingas were worshipped by Ravan. One of these temples is Munishwar temple, beautiful temple. This temple, you see at the top, here's Shiva and Parvati. Here's Shiva and Parvati. He's the Shivalinga. And now that takes care of all the places we went in Sri Lanka. Hope you liked the stories and the presentations. I'm going to share something which we heard in the classes, right? Devotees, 350 people went to Sri Lanka, and there was one musical presentation, multiple musical presentations, which, like, musical presentation meaning one Prabhuji is speaking the katha, the Mataji is singing the Sanskrit verses from Ramayana. The Mataji's son is playing violin. Other Mataji's son is playing mridanga. It's beautiful. So let's hear.
सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय.
This is the word we did. Tavasmi. Right. So you hear this so beautiful. And again, I will not play the next one.
not to go.
All the vanaras, all the monkeys were jumping when Ram says that I will take Vibhishan. Everybody was saying sadhu, sadhu.
We are all in the party of
Bye, Prabhuji. I have to
Yeah,
go.
bye, beta. Right? So these were the musical presentations. They were so wonderful. It churns your heart because when you recite the verses from Ramayana, they're Valmiki Ramayana, they're so sweet. All you kids who can learn the verses from Ramayana, who can sing the verses from Ramayana. Gauri, you saw the that Mataji singing the verses so beautifully from Ramayana. You can try that. And Mataji, I am still a few minutes. I don't know if we can skip the Bhagavad Gita and then we will move on to next week Bhagavad Gita verses. So we can finish this off today.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Sorry, Mataji.
No, that's okay, Prabhuji.
You can ask.
Why did you sing?
So we are grateful to His Holiness Rompa Swami Maharaj, my spiritual master, His Holiness B.V. Narasimha Maharaj, who arranged this, who gave us beautiful association through their classes, that we were able to go to Sri Lanka and enjoy these lectures, these different places. Yes, Arvind, you have a question?
This is just my book.
Oh, this is your Ramayana book. Very nice. It's showing half, but yes, very nice. Very nice. Keep reading. And Arav, you have a question?
So when you're showing the recording, were they clapping Bengals? Because it was like really loud. Like
It was, they were clapping, or they were doing the kartal. Okay. Let's see. When we were there, we were also, this is Govardhan. Right after Diwali. A lot of Chinese devotees were there too. From China they've come. A lot of Indians, Chinese, Americans. See Govardhan? There was no temple or anything. The devotees in one day prepared all this bhoga, created Govardhan. See how happy everyone is dancing. Don't we want to be happy when you... Right? So we celebrated Govardhana there. See this, how happy everybody is. Everybody's jumping with joy. And this is the morning. We used to wake up 4 in the morning and then doing and then Sri Lanka. So this takes care of all the places we visited, all the different things we used to do. We used to get up early in the morning, do Mangala Aarti at 4:30 in the morning, beautiful Aarti, then prayers, then chanting. Then we used to get in our buses to go to different places. And we had classes from Maharaj and other devotees. So beautiful. And we used to see the beautiful side of Sri Lanka too. You see this, there is a rainbow here. Beautiful mountains, beautiful sunrise with the lake. It's beautiful. Sri Lanka is very neat and clean. The people are so friendly. Beautiful scenery. Right? So that takes care of all the things. We have 9 minutes left. Anybody has any questions, any thoughts, feedback? I'll stop share here.
Oh. So basically, I have a question. Can I say it? So what you showed like a picture. I don't know what word it is, but it started with the S, like a sonic beauty or something.
Yes, I
don't
took
know.
those pictures, scenic beauty. I was at those places.
Scenic?
Yeah. Scenic.
Okay.
So what is your takeaway? What would you take away home? What is your lesson from this week's class and the last week's class? What is one thing you would do with all these pastimes of Ramayana?
Pray to him.
Yes. What will you pray?
I don't know what to call it, but you know, like when there's a statue and like you bow down to him, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so you're gonna pranam, do dandavat pranam, obeisances to him. Okay, very nice. Mataji, you want to share?
Tvam asmi.
Tava asmi, tava asmi.
Tava asmi. Tava asmi.
Yes, beautiful. Because that's very, it's just I'm yours.
What does Tava Asmi mean?
I'm yours. Krishna, Radha Krishna, I'm yours. Or Sitaram, I'm yours. Right? Just we are surrendering to the Lord. That is such a beautiful feeling. Okay, anybody else? Yes, Arvind, you want to say something?
Hanuman got captured
Hmm?
and the army burned his tail.
Yes. They burned his tail. Yes, Ravan's.
And that's good. And the
Oh. Okay, very nice. Think about what will you do in practically in your life. Let's go Pearl, then Adhav.
I will make sure that like anything that I accomplish, I will thank Bhagwan first and Lord Krishna.
Yes, anything you accomplish, say you got an award at school, get the award, take it to your deity's picture, saying, this is for you, Lord.
Wait,
Even if you get new clothes, first offer it to Krishna, saying, this is for you. First you take it and then I will wear it. Anything nice you get in your life, first offer it to Krishna. Right? So everybody will do that. If you get new clothes or new anything, if you get an award, offer it first to Krishna. Then you will not be proud. Yes, Arav.
Can't we just do the slokas now until it finish the class?
No, it's only 6 minutes left. But
Can we at least do a little bit of it, or do we have to?
okay, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, let's see. Probably we will see if somebody has any. I want to make sure that you guys have takeaways. You want to you learn something from it. Yes. Okay, we will see if we have time. Adav.
Always surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Always surrender. Okay. Anybody else? Otherwise, yes, we will say 5 minutes. Mataji, you can teach them the new shloka. I don't know if that's enough time for you.
1 minute, let me call my mom.
Anybody else wants to share? Pearl, yes.
I have one more thing. I just wanted to say that since when Ram didn't know whether to trust him when he was coming over from the enemy side, I'm gonna make sure not to like bias people from the enemy side because you never know if they're good or bad.
Yes, very nice lesson. Very nice lesson. Okay.
Hare Krishna,
Mom is here?
Prabhuji, maybe next week we will take my.
Okay. Yes, that's what I was thinking. 5 minutes is not enough. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Okay. So anybody else who have not spoken, was it useful? Was it helpful to know these stories from Ramayana? Yes.
Yeah.
So the next few weeks, for the remainder of this year, we will finish the stories from Srimad Bhagavatam before we get into 10th canto. Hopefully in December sometime or January, we'll start Krishna stories from his birth. And we'll go in details and details on his pastimes, how as a little boy, he can steal our heart. He steals butter, but he can steal our heart. We want him to steal our heart? Yes? आंटी आप कुछ बोलना चाहोगे?
हाँ, या बहुत अच्छा क्लास था भगवती। और मेरे को ये पता नहीं था त्रिजटा विभीषण की बेटी थी बोलकर।
हाँ,
बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव था।
थैंक
और
यू।
वो पिक्चर्स भी बहुत अच्छे थे। अच्छा था आपका ट्रिप श्रीलंका को।
बहुत अच्छा था। यस, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Pranav. Okay, all right. So everybody, let's think next week, or like not next week. Think this would be your winter vacation homework. Think of a pastime which touches your heart, and everybody will share that. What do you learn from the pastime? Just like we did for summer vacation. Something you wanted to be creative. You can make a poster, or you can make a PowerPoint presentation. You can make a video, but something which touches your heart. When that pastime touched my heart, and this is how I want to remember Radha Krishna or Sitaram. Okay, that will be your homework starting now till end of. We will discuss that homework early January, right? So I'm giving you so much time, 2 months, right? So start thinking and put your heart into it, right? We want to give our heart to Krishna. We want to love Krishna. So start thinking, okay, and start working on that project. Yes, Narsimadev.
Can we write like a paragraph or something and explain which one?
Yes, but it should come from your heart,
All
right?
right.
It's not just mechanical. You should love that.
Can we draw a picture?
Yes, you can draw pictures, again, with love and devotion. Okay, so with that being said, let's say our prayers. We offer our obeisances to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatrubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai. Yes, Narsimha, you have a question?
May I speak with Ishan?
You can call him, beta. You can call him, okay?
Can we leave?